Almost all you guys know me already. My name is David Mann. I'm the host of this evening's festivities, and I'm the creator of the website called ultramusician.com. The reason you guys are here is that I've been working on this site very hard for the last 2 years. It's kind of been a top secret endeavor. Literally, I've had probably had about 20 non-disclosure agreements signed by every single person that I showed it to. But tonight is the first night I'm going to make it public and let everyone know what this thing is. So, the reason this site is important is I have created what is going to be the most powerful site that's ever been made for learning music on the web. And right now, you can't really learn music on the web. You've got to find a teacher, you've got to find a book. And I wanted to make a way that people could learn anything that you would ever need to know about music in one location. So, how many of you guys in the audience are professional musicians? Okay. How many of you are amateur musicians? You play? How many of you used to play when you were a kid, but you don't play anymore? That's got to be everybody. Come on. Most people played a musical instrument at some point in their life, and maybe they just decided they weren't cut out for it, or their parents put too much pressure on them, whatever. So, almost every musician has some skill that they feel is maybe could use a little sharpening. Every musician's got some sort of an Achilles heel, something if I could just beef up that one skill, I would be able to play better, I'd be able to sing better, I would be able to compose better, I would be more creative, I wouldn't get stuck. And that's really what this is about, is I'm trying to create something that's going to allow you guys to create, that's going to allow your creativity to flow and not have obstacles, that you're going to have an idea and you're immediately going to play it. You'll have an idea, you'll immediately write it or sing it, whatever it is that you want to do with music. So that brings us to the site. So there's 4 skills that musicians need in order to master their craft. Those 4 skills are number 1, music notation. Number 2, knowing your instrument. Number 3, understanding sound. And number 4, theory. Now, sound is what we experience when we listen to music. Your instrument is what you experience when you play. Music notation is what you experience when you read. And music theory is what you experience when you talk about music or when you analyze music. When you have these 4 skills, you are a master. Now, why is there a need? The reason there's a need for this is because, like I said, everybody is lacking in at least one of these core skills. So that could mean one of a number of things. It could mean that you can read music, but you don't have a good ear. It could mean that you have a great ear, but you can't read music. It could mean that you can play, but you don't know the names of those chords. And it's really nagging you, and when someone tries to talk to you, you kind of go blank. You don't know what they're talking about. Now, aside from those skills, I actually did some research, and I went on Google and I found out how many people are looking for this stuff. How many people wish that they could do this, but they can't right now? Ear training, 900,000 searches last year. 900,000 people got on the web and were like, God, I wish I could do some ear training. 3.6 million got online and said, I wish I understood music theory. Another 900,000 wanted to know something about reading music. Yeah. Go turn it on. So altogether, that's 5.4 million people are looking for this. So there's definitely a need. People want to have these kind of skills.
Up. Done.
So if you go looking for this kind of information, this is what you find. You get some tiny little website that some guy probably knocked out in 2 days. It's probably the first thing he ever tried to build. You know, maybe it was just for practice. But you don't find anything that's serious. So what I put together is a website that is totally interactive, does everything. You can learn ear training, reading music, music theory, piano, guitar, bass. I can add more instruments in literally a day. You could say to me, hey, I play the violin, and I could easily modify this thing and make it so that it does violin now too. It's totally expandable. So you're going to learn 3 different instruments right now: piano, guitar, bass, 4 different skills: instrument, theory, notation, ear training, thousands of lessons. Not only that, this program adapts to your weaknesses. There's actually some intelligence involved, and when you're interacting with it, it is paying attention to you, and it's saying, you know what, Jennifer, she's pretty good on this, but she's kind of weak on this, and it will start actually hammering you on your weak spots. So, for example, if you miss a certain question, it's going to start asking you that question a lot. And it's not going to let you advance until you get it. So it really, there's some accountability there. And one of the most amazing things about it, it's customizable. Imagine you wanted to get a music education in school. If you go to a decent university, you're probably going to go there for 4 years. It's going to cost you about 60 grand. Private lessons, 50 bucks an hour, 4 times a week, which frankly is not enough to learn the kind of skills I'm talking here. So what I'm looking at is offering this to people for $29.99 a month. It's like less than a quarter of what you would spend on lessons. You can spend 10 hours a day on it if you want to. But for now, this site is free. And it's free because I need to get people on board. I need to get people excited. I need to get them using it. I need to get some feedback from you guys and find out, okay, does this make sense? Is this helping me? Too much of this, not enough of this. Now, how long is it going to be free? A month, maybe a little longer. So right now, if you go online, you can get an unlimited lifetime free premium membership for free. So what I'm hoping you guys will do, I'm hoping you will take an interest in the site. I'm hoping you'll go check it out, and I'm hoping you'll sign up for an account and tell your friends about it. You know, check it out, see what it offers you, and if you like it, spread the word. Spread the word, and hopefully, you know, 5 or 10 years from now, I can look at my list of users and I'll find out that you guys were hooked. And I will say one thing too. I've been testing this site on a lot of different people over the last couple of years. And the youngest person that I tested this on was 4. And the oldest person that I tested this on was about 70. Across the spectrum, every single person was addicted to this like a lab rat. It was ridiculous. They all were like, oh my God, I spent 3 hours on that site yesterday. One of my friends told me that she was depressed because she finished the lesson and there wasn't any more lessons because I hadn't built anymore. I had a 4-year-old try it, and within about 20 minutes she was throwing a temper tantrum because her mom wouldn't let her play the piano game. Okay? So I'm hoping that this is addicting enough that it will make people want to learn music, want to master those skills, and hopefully progress.